Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today I've got a favourites video for you. Basically everything I've been loving and enjoying in July. I feel like this month has gone by so incredibly fast. You might be able to hear some drilling in the background throughout this video. Hopefully you don't, and hopefully it's not too loud. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to turn on the little notification bell as well. Anyway, let's just jump straight into today's video. As always, I'm going to split it into a few categories. Today is slightly different. I've got a bigger random category than anything else. I want to share with you some books, food, a little bit of clothing. I feel like those are the three categories we're working with today. If you are a regular to my channel, you will know that I kind of just wing it, to be honest. So that's what we're gonna do again today. First things first is the bodysuit I am wearing. I love this so much. So basically it's this black bodysuit. I got this from Mars the label, and the reason why I love it so much is the quality, but also the fit. Like, it's giving. I think it's giving. The straps are adjustable as well, which is great. The cups fit perfectly. It's just like a thick material, but it's not too thick, you know? It's just like the perfect quality, really. Got a clasp at the bottom as well, so super easy. I love it so much because it's really flattering, and again, I think it was a pretty good price considering the quality of it. The most similar thing I can kind of compare it to is Skims. I feel like Skims obviously is just really great at body hugging clothing. I feel like this is very similar as well, and I think slightly more affordable compared to Skims. I'd highly recommend checking out Mars the label if you're looking for a really nice bodysuit, because it's really good quality and I'm just enjoying wearing it, and it's comfortable. Also, as you can see, I am wearing these white trousers. It looks like I'm about to go and play golf, which I'm not, but yeah, it looks like I'm a golf player. Speaking of golf, actually, another favourite is a TV show I've been watching called Stick, which is on Apple TV. You might have watched it. If you haven't, it's very funny and it's just really good, and not usually the type of show I would watch, but I really enjoyed it actually. And it was just, yeah, like a light-hearted show, but also covers lots of important topics. Like, it was just a very good, well-written show. Anyway, that was a bit of a side note. I wasn't going to mention that, but speaking of golf, okay, so what I have to share with you is my protein powder, which is so random, but I think been using this for about a year, maybe longer now, maybe 2 years even. But I tell you, this makes my day. It makes my day, it really does. This is just so delicious. I feel like I'm having a milkshake every time I drink it. I feel like I'm really picky about protein powders as well. I feel like some of them can taste really artificial and just gross, to be honest, but this one I think is delicious. And this is in the flavour salted caramel. They do a few others as well. If they ever came out with a strawberry version, I'd be the first to buy that because I love a strawberry milkshake. And if they came out with a strawberry one, I honestly would be over the moon. I would be so happy. And I really love salted caramel as well. So this is just amazing. But it's just got so much good stuff in it. It's got white hemp, maca, all these vitamins. It's just got good stuff in it. I'm not a nutritionist by any means, but from what I know, this is all good for you. This is actually made from pea protein as well, so it's not whey or soy or anything else. Now, the way that I drink this, I always have it with almond milk and frozen banana, and then like a scoop of this. And I'm not even kidding, it does taste like a salted caramel milkshake in every way, at least to me. I have tried it without the banana before, and it's okay. It's just not as like sweet, and I do prefer it when it's kind of thicker rather than watery. So that's kind of how I have it. I'm sure you could throw some ice in there if you don't like banana. The banana for me is like a really important factor when I have my morning protein shake. But I wanted to recommend this just in case there is anyone looking for a really good protein powder that is slightly different to whey or another one. I really have spoken about this in every single vlog because I love it that much. Like, I cannot even express how good it is. I thought that today's video is a little bit all over the place, to be honest. So we're going to move on to clothing now. I've already spoken about this top, but I've got a dress to show you that I recently picked up and I actually wore on my Instagram as well from Free People. Okay, so it's this little white dress. I have worn it and it does need an iron, so please ignore that. But it is the cutest dress. I'd never bought anything from Free People before, and this was actually an impulse purchase because I saw it and knew it was very me and it would be perfect for summer. They also had it in black and yellow, but I thought the white would be the best for me. I'd get the most wear out of it. It is such good quality and it's so flattering on. Like, it's just pretty and like flouncy with the skirt. It's just like the perfect fit. and it's got this cute little detail that kind of overlaps this part, I don't know what you call it, this part of your chest. And then it's got the like different fabrics with like the lace and then the little skirt at the bottom. I just think it's super unique and super pretty. And what I really love about it as well is the fact that it's got adjustable straps, which is a real win. But of course, then you can adjust it to whatever length you desire. Of course, you don't need to go and buy this particular dress, but I feel like this style was super, super pretty. And I feel like it's just nice to have a cute little mini white summer dress in your wardrobe. And because again, like, you don't really have to think about an outfit, it's already done for you. I know House of CB do some really good ones, but none of their stuff seems to fit me, so I can't really shop from there. I know lots of people do, so yeah, they do very similar dresses as well, but this one from Free People fit me perfectly, so I got this one. Free People isn't usually kind of my style, but yeah, this dress just hit the spot. I read a lot, you might already know this, like I go through books like it's water, like it's no joke, I read a lot. But this month I've really been into my romantasy, fantasy genre of books, which is a bit different for me because usually I'm not really into it. I felt like sometimes it could just be a bit cringe or just the plot was too hard to follow. But I've got some good ones that I've read this month, which I highly recommend. So the first one, which again, I've mentioned in the vlog, but I don't know if that's out yet, but it's called Phantasma. Let me get the book actually. This book over here, Phantasma. I love the cover. It's just so, I feel like it's so, I don't know what the word is. I was gonna say glorious. That just sounds weird. It's not glorious, like that's just weird. But it's giving royalty. It's giving royalty. The book isn't about royals, but I feel like it's just giving that vibe. I loved this so much. Now, I think the reason why I enjoyed it so much is because of the characters that were in it. I feel like I am a sucker for good characters. Like that is what engages me immediately when I'm reading. Now, I have to be honest, at the beginning when reading this book, did I get slightly confused? Yeah, I did, because I wasn't really sure what was going on. Phantasma is basically a game that the main character has to play, which I think is what made me slightly confused. I wasn't really sure what that was about. I still don't fully understand it, to be honest, but I got it enough to the point of I could finish the book and still enjoy it. So it's basically about this main character called Ophelia, and her sister just disappears, and there is only one way to save her, and that is to enter a deadly contest, which is called Phantasma. And this contest is like held inside a haunted mansion. Like, it's very gothic, and I do quite like gothic books, so I think that's also why I enjoyed it so much. And obviously if you win, you can claim the prize, which is to have a single wish be granted. So within this contest there's like 9 kind of weird, deadly, creepy challenges that she has to go through. But then a mysterious stranger kind of comes into the equation and offers her a bargain. You can probably see where this is going. He's charming, he's attractive. The character is called Blackwell, and he claims that he can lead her through all the lethal trials that are ahead of her. And then it kind of just goes from there, to be honest. So yeah, this one is definitely romantasy, so romance and fantasy, a mix of both. And there are a few twists and turns in here as well, which I think is always fun when you're reading a book. I just felt like this was just super unique, interesting, and just a really fun read. I believe there's a second one in this series as well, which I haven't read yet, but I will go and check it out because I liked this a lot. Okay, second book. Well, it's kind of 2 books I want to talk about, but it's within a series, again, fantasy. It's called the Summoner's Circle series. I don't have them with me, but I will put them on screen, or I'll put something on screen basically to show you what they are. The first book is called Evocation, the second one is called Ascension, and Evocation is the first one, Ascension is the sequel. But I don't know what it was about these books, but I loved them so much. Like, they're one of my favourite fantasy books I've ever read. The plot, I feel like, is really hard to explain. It's just one of those things that you have to kind of just read as you go. I feel like the blurb only kind of says so much. It's just a matter of reading the book. Again, I was a sucker for the characters. I loved the characters so much. Each of them were totally different. There's about like 3 main characters, but it's just like the relationship dynamics and everything about the characters is so different and unique. And again, fantasy, but also there's some kind of realistic aspect to it as well. Again, I was a sucker for the characters, so that's really why I'm recommending it to you. I feel like it's really hard to explain. It's just one of those things that you have to kind of just read as you go. I feel like the blurb only kind of says so much. It's just a matter of reading the book. But again, I was a sucker for the characters. I loved the characters so much. Each of them were totally different. There's about like 3 main characters, but it's just like the relationship dynamics and everything about the characters are so different and unique. And again, fantasy, but also there's some kind of realistic aspect to it as well. Again, I was a sucker for the characters, so that's really why I'm recommending it to you. I feel like this is a really crappy way of explaining what these books are, but please go and check them out because they are so good. If you like fantasy and you haven't read them yet, I think you might enjoy it because I feel like it's slightly different to the typical fantasy sort of novel. There's about like 3 main characters, but it's just like the relationship dynamics and everything about the characters are so different and unique. And again, fantasy, but also there's some kind of realistic aspect to it as well. Again, I was a sucker for the characters, so that's really why I'm recommending it to you. I feel like this is a really crappy way of explaining what these books are, but please go and check them out because they are so good. If you like fantasy and you haven't read them yet, I think you might enjoy it because I feel like it's slightly different to the typical fantasy sort of novel. Completely different to Phantasma. So there's some kind of realistic aspect to it as well. Again, I was a sucker for the characters, so that's really why I'm recommending it to you. I feel like this is a really crappy way of explaining what these books are, but please go and check them out because they are so good. If you like fantasy and you haven't read them yet, I think you might enjoy it because I feel like it's slightly different to the typical fantasy sort of novel. Completely different to Phantasma, but it's just, yeah, it just kind of, it envelops you really quickly, and it was a fun read. To be fair, I did actually prefer Evocation over Ascension. They're still very good books. Like Ascension I still really enjoyed, but I feel like Evocation was my favourite one. And apparently a 3rd one is being written about the 3rd character, so I am very excited for that to come out. Okay, so those are all the favourites I have for you today. I feel like this was quite a short video, but I feel like this month I didn't have that many new things going on or new things to kind of share. Also, I only ever want to share things I truly love and highly recommend. So all the things I spoke about today are just really great in my opinion. I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. I feel like it was a little bit all over the place, but that's clearly kind of the mood I'm in today. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you like these sorts of favourites videos, please give this video a like and also let me know in the comments as well. Thank you as always for joining me today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.